As you're there watching this video, you start noticing the tips of your hands, you start noticing the soles of your feet, you start noticing the air, the temperature in the air, you start noticing you're sitting down or not. Now as you're watching this video today, now I'm going to talk to you about a training that I'm taking. I'll be driving off to a training in the next hour or two. It's called the Vipassana meditation training. Now, what is Vipassana? What is this course about, and why have I decided to take it? Well, Vipassana, it's a discipline that they teach you for 10 days straight. They teach you how to be an observer of your thoughts, an observer of your feelings, your memories, and everything that comes up from your unconscious mind. Now, an observer, well, you can call it a meta as well, which is a term used by NLP. So when you become a meta of these things that come up inside of you, suddenly you start to notice things that you were not aware about before. You start noticing things, feelings, events, and memories you probably thought you forgot already, but somehow they're still inside of there, in your unconscious, repressed somehow. Now, the problem is when now in the present moment, when you try to accomplish a certain goal, a task, or achieve something new that you want to do in life, there's many times things, limitations that stop you from achieving that you want. And many times these limitations, these false beliefs, are a result of things from a long ways in your history back when you were, a teenager, a child, a small toddler. So many times all it takes is for us to acknowledge, to observe and be a meta of these past emotions, past conflicts, past memories. And as soon as you do that, instead of you being out of control and out of power due to those things that happen to you, you suddenly become powerful yourself and in control of your own life yourself. That's what happens when you become aware. Now, the reason why I personally decided to take this course is because, aside from all the other benefits, the main reason is because there's many times when I want to concentrate on one thing and just focus, complete it, and that's it. Many times I become sidetracked. There's a lot of inner dialogue. There's a lot of thinking going on in my head. Now, what Vipassana teaches you is how to have an on-off switch inside your mind, so you can decide when to shut off your mind or not, depending on the situation and what seems appropriate. Now, if I can learn that one thing, this course, this training, it would be pretty much super valuable for me. Based on my research, based on what I've heard other people review about and tell me, this is an awesome experience. It does take a lot of discipline, but hey, if you're up to the challenge and you like being outside of your comfort zone, I really highly recommend you check it out. I probably posted the Facebook link on my profile, so you can take a look at that. Now, as you're watching this video, in the future, you're going to be alert and, with your radar up to check out my future videos that I may be posting up later then. And you'll start to notice that after my 10-day course, I'll be putting up another video that is going to tell you, my experience, how was it, what I learned, and what was the result of it, and how am I going to implement my new learnings. Now, I also, one more thing, I want to thank a friend of mine that I met through another training, my Facebook friend, Oscar Abadia. He was the one that introduced me to this training, to this course, and I see it is very helpful, and I acknowledge how powerful this is, and I want to thank Oscar Abadia because of that. He shared this valuable information and tool with me. Now, also, if you're thinking about taking this course, let me just go briefly through some of the points, the key points. First, there is no charge. It's totally free. Now, at the end of the 10-day course, they do ask you for a donation, and you can just pretty much donate whatever you can, as much as you can, based on how helpful it was for you. Now, also, you sleep there, you eat there, they feed you vegetarian diet, and pretty much you stay there, you bathe there for the 10 straight days, so you can't leave. So it takes a lot of discipline for that part. Now, another thing, men and women are totally separate, apart, they're segregated, so there's no contact with the opposite sex. Now, another important point is that there's no communication whatsoever at all. No talking, no verbal or nonverbal communication allowed. No cell phones, no internets, no electronics, and no books or journals either. So as you can see, this is pretty much isolated from the outside world. So when you decide to go there, as you start looking into it, have the mindset of you're gonna be there for your own self, for your own enlightenment, yeah, pretty much that's how it is. And another thing to have in mind is that as you're learning this new conscious awareness, enlightenment, you know, you have to actually program yourself to be there for the whole 10 days. It's very, very disciplined and sometimes hard for some people. I've heard people have left halfway into the training. So be prepared to stay for the whole 10 days, because if you do leave before the 10 days are over, it might not be as helpful, and you might even be worse off than you were before you started the course of training. So yeah, really, if you're really up to it, go into it and take advantage of it. It's a great tool, and recommend it to other people as well. That way, other people can know about this as well. So pretty much that's it for now, and keep your radar up. I'll be posting another video up soon. My name is Alfred Trejo. Bye.